How's it going, Strength? All right. Time to get to work. Woodelf. Wood elven leather set. By the end of the stream, ideally, we'll have a really refined version that I have some colors in mind, and I have some ways of painting this that I have in mind. So I'm really excited to get the concept out. I may be breaking a little bit of that for you with this next one. Well, a little bit, not too much. You'll see. It's gonna be nice. Getting some of the color in here. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do with the colors on this one, but these colors are only one of many because, of course, it's going to be lurpable, right? I'm hoping. Just have to make sure that the colors I choose are right. All right. Okay. Deeper. Hey, what's up? What's up, Snob Gob? Just doing some concepts for disgusting wood elves of all types of, you know, out of everything. Wood elves? Disgusting. Ew, knife ears, yeah. Wait, hold on. Goblins also have knife ears. Yeah, watch myself. Okay, so the question is, do I want to do something like that? What was I thinking when I originally wanted this? That's not too bad. Well, that's not too bad at all. It's gonna have, yeah. Well, they have canon goblins, but they're gonna have canon half goblins as well. They have to, because how many people are doing like? I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of people just make some fucking goblins in the character creator. It's funny. The oh my, by the way, I should boot it up this stream and show you some of my creations. Show people in general. We'll do it after the Woodelf here. Yeah, there's I got some pretty good goblin characters already. But I will say, okay, hold on. The posture thing is so awesome. Yeah, I have my characters ready and set to go once the game drops. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, there's a fun trick to get your character more green, which is just do body tattoos. Do body tattoos and just make those body tattoos all green. Because your tattoos can be more green than your skin. And then you make your skin color something like red. Or something, so the little slits in your armor or whatever, because there'll be like areas where it fades out, like here and here, right, and like here, where you can't. And of course, if you have armor on, it's fine. But if you don't have armor on, you know, you can like make that red or something so they look like scars, or those look like the tattoos, or you can have like a fade in to like a different green, you know, with some of your tattoos or whatever, and so it looks like, and so there's some really cool stuff that you can do to make your character even more green. Yeah, that's not it's not courtesy of me, by the way, telling you this. It'll be courtesy of this guy on my Discord named Carl. He's been He's been putting in work on that character creator. And it's funny, he actually got on like a fucking Vine Sauce video. He made a Goblin Walta. Sorry, not Walter. Ermintrout, Mike Ermintrout. With the little goatee. Alright, so we're gonna need to make this chick a less orange so that we can correctly color everything else. Yeah, it was by total accident too that it happened. And for whatever reason, they also knew it was an accident. So I'm like, where the hell did this Vine Sauce guy get his info? Is he on my Discord? What the fuck's going on? Someone on my Discord posted it, I guess. Like they knew. Okay, here we go. We're almost there. Once these things are sort of touched up and we hit them, there we go. There we go. Maybe this could be like a darker. What color can that be? Not green. It might just have to be the same, sort of like intense. We'll bring it down. Darkness. Hey, Tillette. How do we want to do this? That doesn't feel right. This coming down a bit feels a little bit more right. Defining that just a bit more. Okay. That's it right there. That's how we do this. Very thin line on that. Wondering if I could hit it, and I think I can. Very thin line of highlight that needs to be there. And when I say thin, I really mean thin. Yeah. That's it. Alright. Okay, now let's finish off the... Hey John, not a whole lot, just painting, doing some design. Nice, okay. It's tight. What's up, Zukin? By the way, Zukin, sorry for not being as present on that whole goblin thing. You know, ultimately looks pretty good. We'll change the nipple placement a bit, but other than that, I think we're pretty good. I trust you. You got it. Trust you with my baby, my goblin baby. Um, they're on the upper lip. That's a good call out. Okay. And then one of the one thing that I would like goblin wise, it's like the only thing that I'm like that I really do want, and I know that it's not really the time to tackle it or whatever, but for some of those like hoods and helmets and stuff like that, it really bothered me that we didn't have the male goblin ears sticking out. I know there's some stuff that will need to be moved around and everything, but goddamn, do I feel like I need it. And it was also a Oh, really? I don't remember that. I think might have repressed that. There was seeing the goblin ears on the goblin male ears on all the stuff is like I definitely want that. Definitely want that. And then there is that one mask for the goblin female where I feel like they should be done a little bit different, but that's not. It's a littler mountain than the what's it called? The goblin male ears. In my opinion. After I did the female, I asked if you wanted me to do it for the boyos. Oh, the answer was 100% yes, but I might have just dipped out or whatever. And we'll make this green instead, because she is wearing pants. And then this one's hard, because here's the thing with this. I really do think that the best way to do this one is to have the pants themselves go down as if it's these patterns, and then we have a pattern stacked on top of it that really complicates it, because we have otherwise it's just too what do you call one note. You know, it's almost machinery, and that's the exact opposite of what wood elves are. You know, they're not machinery at all. There's a natural sort of like pattern, let's say, but you abuse that pattern, and I think we get something that is not as great. There's some in a lot of designs that I do, I definitely like to have like I like to push on something that is a little unconventional, right? And that can come across in different ways. Like, for example, it's actually quite unconventional for me to have done the armor, the plate armor, as simple as I have, right? But there's a boldness in that simplicity that's like, oh, I see, you're just fucking going simple. And I'll stand by that. I think that's a strong design choice. I'm not saying that it should be the only design choice. I still do definitely believe in variants, and I'll paint out those variants and we'll see them. You know, I want to give everything its due, but likewise with this, there's like a thing that I really like about like deviating and like almost putting pattern on pattern, which I really like. And that's what we're gonna get here. I have to trust myself here to not fuck it up though. Because we'll have this, then we'll have this, then we'll have this. We'll go down there. That. Alright. Now, the issue that I sort of came across with that is like more inherent to the design, I think, with because Zach's been doing some really nice paint overs, right? And or not even just paint overs, he's been doing full concepts of some of these, and like kind of taking it in a different direction than I would. And what it actually showed me was, in my opinion, this might be the wrong choice here. And so I'm gonna have to do a side profile, because what I want for people to see is this crisscross. This crisscross needs to be first and foremost. And there's some wrapping around that's happening that goes like this. And for this, it goes, and so instead of the crisscross, we get like this sort of thing. And that's not the design that I want. That's not the shape that I want people to see for this. I want the crisscross a lot. And so with that in mind, what I think is going to end up happening is that I'll do a side version of this, and I want to see if we can crisscross like this, right? On this side, on all four sides of the bracer. Maybe not this side, but on this side and on the front and on the other side. So when you're looking at the character from the front, you see the crisscross. When you look at it from the side, you see a crisscross. When you look at it from the back, you see a crisscross. I don't know about this. Maybe we'll see how everything ties together. And the same thing, I think, is going to have to happen with here, with the legs. And then the same thing, not the same thing will happen with this, because this, this front side, I'm thinking that it will end up being something like this, where if we're looking at it from the front or from the side, right? I think I want to do something like this, where it's actually open and here's the butt. And there's the side armor or whatever. So it's more of like a front thigh sort of thing, and that's where you get the crisscross, right? And then it'll like, I don't know how far it will go down here, right? But on this side you'll see it like sort of like that, and maybe we could, maybe there's some crisscross on the back side or something, but it will just be essentially down in here. I think that will be a really, really strong design. It's like, it breaks it up, hopefully. We'll see. We will see. Alright, okay. It's time to tackle this. Hey, Road Saw. What's up? And what's up, Scruffy? First, there's places for green, I think. I mean, in this case, we're going a little less green on these guys. More brown, and I'm okay with that because the cloth is going to be the best place for the green. And who's to say that we can't lerp this green? Because I know we're going to lerp it green, and it's going to be like a cool leaf or something. Oh, responding with not enough green for elves. Oh, okay. I didn't read that. I didn't read far up enough. No, White Bandit, you're fine. Just have some questionable takes, that's all. And who doesn't have questionable takes? Me. I don't. Say my work. Good call. Yeah, lerping will be perfect. Perfect for this. I'll chill this out for a bit. Or just yeah. We'll see. And there's also this sort of, I don't know, what is it? Like, I'm trying, when I do these, I'm trying not to like a little bit too much like it's like a certain type of cloak or a certain type of like thing that leans a little bit too modern. And when I say that, I mean modern is in a way that like a sci-fi movie or something could also use it, and you go, is that like where we want to go with things? Do we want, there's this like delicate balance of like getting things just like slightly wrong or like imperfect, you know, that I really like, and that those like slightly wrong things add like a lived in feel. And it's not even wrong, it's just like it's not like the perfect shape for something, and it adds like a certain amount of like charm, right? And that's one of our most important qualities to Eminem is charm. What are these designs for? Sorry, I'm late to the party. These designs are for Monsters and Memories. Not class. This is just leather. Leather for anyone that can wear leather that is hanging out and doing stuff in the Woodelf zone. wood elven zone. And here, let me give you an example of what these all. So I'm doing all these designs, right? Hold on. My mouse is way too sensitive at the moment. Okay, here we go. So here's some examples of like some other designs, right? Here's the wood elves. Here's like a second type of design, right? So we have style 1, style 2. And we have this wood elven. These wood elven designs. And there's Night Harbor designs. Right? And so we'll have regional designs for all 4 armor classes, which is cloth, leather, mail, plate. Right? And so we'll tackle those differently. In the case of the wood elven one, we have this sort of... Who's to say that wood elves don't rip and tear through, and this is actually truly leather? You know, they're not vegan. Care more about plants than they do animal life. Am I right? Up top. Someone call PETA. It's probably gnome skin. True. Kind of love how it crackles open towards the feet into the gold of the shoes. That we will definitely fix. Could you incorporate the chitin scale material from the shoulder pads helmet anywhere else, like the knees or wrists? That would be too complicated. Well, let's see. It'll still be like a hard leather, I think. Alright, let's get rid of these golden boots. How do we want to get rid of this? We can do this. And then I'll do black, and we'll get the bottoms of the feet done. And then this is where the complicatedness comes in, which I really do love. Us goblins are smart. When we fight wood elves, we bring axes. Do something like this. Now let's get in these. So you're doing this for a game? Kuru Chic G? Yes. Can someone post the Monsters and Memories website? You can check out all the concept art that I've done for it. Well, not all of it, but most of it. Just need to update the site every once in a while. But you can update, or you can check out that. Thank you, Bandit. You can check out all that, and then also the illustrations and the type of game that it's going to be. And if you go over to YouTube and you check out Monsters and Memories gameplay, there's lots of footage from the playtest that you can watch. And yeah. Thank you for both links. You're just trying to get into... You're trying to get into my nice books again, aren't you? You're in my nice book, don't worry. You all? Oh, dude. You okay? Really? No. We have some disagreements about some things, you know? Don't worry about it. So, it's okay to be wrong every once in a while. Every time I do that joke. Ask him about pizza. Don't ask me about pizza. Don't ask me about pizza. Don't insult any game that I played when I was a kid. It was fundamental to my growing ups. Don't. What else? Oh yeah. Don't tell me how to design. Oh, but every time I talk about pizza, something bad happens. People go try and put in some weird pizza stuff. Try and spread some pineapple propaganda. Don't appreciate it. Not on this stream. The one thing that I do like that's named pineapple is pineapple buns. If you guys have ever had pineapple buns, you'll know they're great. Yeah, no more. You guys tricked me. You guys tricked me. Nothing to do now but rampage. Kill every wood elf. Dares speak pineapple. Oh, I was talking to Karushi KG. about all the yeah, you have a similar thing in Portugal? Nice. Yeah, pineapple buns here are, they're like a, I think they're a Chinese cuisine. Though I don't know. I don't know if they're Chinese or if they're Chinese Canadian. I'm from Canada. Sorry about that. Upstairs is moving some furniture. Can't really predict when they're gonna do that, when they're gonna stop. So just bear with me, please. And it doesn't bother me much, but I just hope it doesn't bother you guys, as if, you know. I already know that you guys hear every single freaking time my chair squeaks, so I already feel bad. Coconut based topping / icing. Yeah, the pineapple bun here has like an egg topping, which is like, oh, it's so good. It's unbelievably good. It's unbelievably good. So when we zoom out, we get a little better look at what I was sort of hoping for. And these might be even glowing a bit too much, so we'll calm them down. But that idea of this, like, these like, it's almost like a basket weave, you know. Yeah, it's yolk, sugar, and coconut flakes. Oh, I see. It's very cool. Let's see. I think I wanted to do slightly darker. Something like this. Maybe a bit colder. Darker still, but maybe darker with texture. And then the green, do a little bit lighter green, and then we'll bring in some dark green, like so. And then we're gonna bring in a little bit of the leaf. Look how quickly that leaf came together. And we'll do this. Get a little dark coming in, just around. Go back into the leaf just a bit. Give it a touch of a highlight. Cool. That was a little happy accident. I like that a lot. Like that a lot. It's nice. Little bit of this sort of like little green vines coming in and detailing things. A dragon? Not sure I like that design. Maybe let's have it converge instead of cross. Sure, I can get like a. Oh yeah, that's cool. Cool. Hell's Ridge, what's up? What's up? Alright. Much clearer. Let's get into some of this design here. How are you doing, Hell's Ridge? What's up? How you doing, Dragon? Oh, I forgot to paint all this black. Putting your time in for this custom doodle? Oh yeah. I've been doodling a decent amount of Goblina. Mostly off stream. something like this. You would never play Wood Elf, but this looks great. I think I could be convinced to play like a Wood Elf for like a day. My friends were playing Wood Elf, you know? Just to have a Wood Elf. But I've also made our Wood Elves pretty badass. They used to be way too hippie, and we just sort of rolled with it for, in my opinion, way too long. It's one of the cases where I think the team speaking up about it would have been nice, but it also worked itself out because I was too worried about it for too long, and then I actually got the idea of what it should be. Like, something was bothering me. It took me like 2 years to figure it out. They just needed to look more formidable. Not so pushover. Like I said, when fighting Wood Elves, bring an axe. I could get away with like saturated something or other away, and then we'll get like a really bright thing going on. How much color do we want? Do I really want to be spending this much time on the face and not the armor? No. Maybe just a little bit. And let's get some music in here. What do you want to listen to? What are we thinking for music? Let's try this. It's been a while. All right, so we'll do this. We'll there, and then maybe we'll be able to hit it with like a cooler highlight. So these are a little bit different material. Have some, we'll do a little bit of this, or we can have some like knots in them. And we'll do selecting inverse. Now we just have to paint it like I'll probably go in here and hit each one with a little special something something. What the heck? There we go. Cool. And cooler. Ooh. That's nice. Now I just have to go in and really choose our shapes. Let's see, how long have I been streaming already? 1 hour? Nice. I have to put that short right there. I'll have to do a cool thing here with the texture where we're gonna have to like bend it a bit. Because I really like this as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to chill out on those orange highlights. We got the idea that there's like some nice orangeness to it, right? No, I think this and this be good. right there. That's where that clip goes. Where it still is a single strip. That strip gets folded, and that's pretty cool. I like that. And that will happen along this side too. So eventually I'll have to paint it all, but right now, leave that. Let's see. First, that shield's pretty dope. I have a feeling that we do, and when we do a wood elven shield, I know what it's gonna look like. Have I done a wood elven shield already? Hold on. Really quick, 1 second. Oh, weapon designs, get those out there. Dwarven stuff. Nope, looks like not. I have done the wood elven bow though, which is this, and in my opinion, it looks dope. This sort of texture for the wood elven stuff, where we have like knots and stuff like that. That's what's gonna make a really good wood elven shield. Okay, let's see. this is good. This is good. Okay, let's get this second pauldron figured out. Nice. Where does that go out? How far do we want that to go out? Too far, and it's weird. I want it to be for straight, I guess so, because no point in having it and a little bend because we're not going to be low poly. I guess we won't be that low poly either which way, but let's see. Do this. Okay. I think this side can be done. And also have it be done on the front. Because that's what I want. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Do I want it to go all the way around and crisscross on the inner side? Or do I want a little visual, you know, little visual something something where we actually get to see within like the inner side of the forearm? Like the... That's interesting. This is requiring a think. I could see green working instead all the way up, so you don't see skin. See what I mean? Or we could just go this whole thing. What does that look like? That sucks. That's kind of cool. If I do it this way, it sort of matches up with the way that I'm doing the, or I plan on doing the legs. Interesting. Oh man, this is tough. This is tough. I think I am leaning towards it. We will do it for now, and I will finish off the legs, because I still haven't done the legs. Oh, this is nice. Should be able to get like some cool stuff here going. Like thin brass wraps or something around the knuckles. That's cool. Okay. Let's finally tackle the actual feet. Because we sort of left them. Let's take a look. Just found this on my recommended. I'm curious to know what this is for. Zico. Zico, if you're still around, sorry I haven't been as tentative to the YouTube crowd. If you're still around, this is for Monsters and Memories. You're on the channel. You can go check out more about Monsters and Memories if you want, or I could tell you about it. Let me know if you're still around, and I'll do a little cool spiel. You just sent it? Okay, cool. Yeah, this is for Monsters and Memories. It's a indie MMO. We're going for classically styled MMO, and therefore the concept art and all the art is classically inspired as well. We're not trying to break any new ground in terms of archetypes and classic designs. So our wood elves look like wood elves, our dwarves look like dwarves, and our dragons look like dragons. No weird stuff going on. And so I think this is a pretty big benefit to us, because it means we get some really iconic designs that other people seem to just throw away. And so right now I'm working on the wood elf design, and I'm heeing and hawing over certain things, you know, like whether or not this bracer should open up on the inside or not. If you want to check out monstersandmemories.com, you can, or check out this channel which I'm streaming from on YouTube, and you'll see so much content, an unbelievable amount of content. So much content you cannot go through it all because we're crazy and we stream so many times every single week. This is a open development, so that means that you see almost all of our secrets, from concept art to level design. There's people gray boxing stuff and building out levels all on stream. There's the main sort of streamer guy, a loving robot. He was a ex-EverQuest developer, and he decided that he wanted to go work on something with a couple people, and it's been 3 years, and we have come a very, very long way, and we still have a pretty far way to go, but we're making strides. All of our systems are almost set to go, and now we just need content, and so that's what this is for. This is the concept art for gear, with all of our gear in place, and how things work, and all the what do you call it? All of our systems are finally like roaring to go, and so I can show you some of the. So these are the Woodelves. Yeah, here are the Woodelves, but these are just the Woodelven sets. So, for example, here's the gear for, it's called Style 1, because we're going to have multiple different styles, and we're going to be able to interchange some of these gear pieces. Let me show you really quick. For example, this is what tattered cloth would look like broken down, right? We have our pants, and then over top of our pants we have our shirt, and over top of our shirt we have our chest piece. And so that means that the chest piece can interact with the shirt in a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be that chest piece, it doesn't have to be that shirt, right? You'll be able to wear different cloth, different all that type of stuff, because our shirt slot is cosmetic, which means we're going to be able to customize your look and all that stuff while still being able to show off the best gear that you have, because the shirts always go under everything. So we have this cosmetic slot that is going to help a lot of people unify their look. Okay, and then we got breakdown where, okay, here's the back, here's the front of what it would look like if it had a cloak instead. Alright, so here's style 1. There's style 2, and I'm going to be doing those breakdowns for every single one of these pieces of gear, or these sets. And then here's the Woodelf, and we're working on this one right now. Right? And then we have Night Harbor. Night Harbor is one of the major cities, right? So each region gets its own little piece of, or its own like set of cloth, leather, mail, plate. And so I have to concept all these out, right? And so with that being said, if you have any questions, let me know. Maybe I can show you what races are available if you like MMOs. Or you can go over to our website, monstersandmemories.com. There's monstersandmemories.com. But on my side, we have illustrations and concept. Well, I worked on the website, which was very fun, but we have lots of illustrations that are very classic fantasy. Goblins, playable goblins, right? Gnomes riding dogs. We got kobolds and these guys hiding from them. Lots of cool stuff on that front. And then here are our races. Human, Wood Elf, High Elf, Deep Elf, Ogre, Deep Dwarf, dwarf, halfling, gnome, deep gnome, goblin, of course, which are playable now, by the way, and troll. Mandrake, unfortunately, didn't make the cut. Yeah, and there's a lot of different art, or a lot of art that goes into creating mobs and different concepts for parts of the cities and different. These are the classes. So we have lots of different classes: monks, beastmasters, spellblades, elementalists, necromancers, druids, rogues, rangers, bards, clerics, paladins, fighters. You know, we got the works. We got the works. And yeah, we got a lot of concept art that I did for this. Look at those mean bloody nosed goblins. I love these guys. And then we have the Ashira next to them. As you can see, these guys have some different fights that they, you know, these guys really don't like the Ashira wearing their snouts, their pups as their mantles, and Ashira head as their cowls. So yeah, lots of different concept art. Yeah, here's the chain, for example. Right, lots of different concept art. Here's the goblin, goblin main city. We got hobgoblins as well. Spider folk. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff you can check out. Anyway, so that being said, we're just working on some of the gear right now. And yeah, MMOs, they're not, the more recent MMOs have not been my jam, to be honest. Not a big fan of more recent MMOs, but because we're so classically inspired, you know, I think this MMO that we're doing here is, I think personally, and this is my take, okay, but I see it as more than just a game. MMOs shouldn't just be games; they should be worlds, and they shouldn't just be worlds. You know, they should be like a home. You know, for people to hang out with their friends and make friends, and like there used to be stories of people getting married in MMOs, and it's like, and it, like in real life, and they found their partner through an MMO. It's like you don't hear that so much anymore. And so I'm not saying that we want people to be married through M&M, you know, but there's a certain type of game that facilitates that sort of social fabric, and we want to be that sort of game. So is this race specific gear that you're concepting going to be wearable on any race, or is it going to be like UQ where you can have the same piece that looks different depending on what race is wearing it? Any race can wear this. If you think that this piece of gear will look really dope on your goblin, you can go over to where these drop and you can work at it and kill a bunch of wood elves, or kill a bunch of things that wood elves want you to kill, and try not to be killed by wood elves. Any race wearing wood elf armor removes visual flair from the wood elves. That may be true. That may be true. Not every race will be wearing what the Wood Elves wear. Because we are going to have a lot of gear. What program am I using for the concept art? Just Photoshop. Just Photoshop. Always has been, always will be. I think the no, Azukin's just part of the team. You're just fighting the team. That's all. Zico, getting late for me. I'll see you all some other time. Sounds good. Catch you later. Hope to see you again. Jeez. I'm sorry. I just turned on my my automatic like streamer thing. All right, Zico. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you gave us a like, follow, and subscribed. Click the bell. It really helps with their algorithm. Like, what the hell am I doing? You don't have to come back. See you some other time. Fuck. God, I hate it. Hate it. I just went on autopilot. Fuck. Zico will never see that. Zico has left the building. Went. Ah, what another streamer. Just another streamer. Another streamer with no personality. When I say bye, he says, oh well. Hope to see you again. Jeez. Bandit. I don't think it's I think once the game is fully out, right? And goblins are spawning at the heap. And elves are spawning in Califrey. And, you know, some people choose to go hang out by Night Harbor. You know, they start their journey on Night Harbor. Right? And trolls are by the bog, you know? And they eventually make their way around the world. And someone looks at that troll and that troll has trollish gear because they've been leveling up in a trollish area, right? Or that goblin has goblin. Actually, goblins are a bad example because they'll have everybody's gear because they take everybody's gear. So goblins aren't the best example here. Trolls are pretty good. Ogres are pretty good. You know, halflings are pretty good. But you have this. You have like a halfling that shows up, or a wood elf that shows up in like a halfling area, and they have this wood elf looking gear. And they're like, oh wow, that wood elf looks like a wood elf. You know, and of course it's going to be mismatched with some other stuff. You know, you getting a full set like this is going to be pretty rare. Unless you put a lot of time and effort in. But when you show up in another place and you have some gear that nobody has ever seen, and then they get to go, whoa, that's cool, where do I get that? I want that. I want to look like, I want to be Frenin like you know? Instead of us going, sorry, you're fucked, you gotta go make a wood elf. You go, hey, let me show you. Come with me. I will take you to my lands. I will show you the wood elven way. And if it's goblin, of course they're going to betray the wood elf. You know, once they get there, it's going to be like, I see ya. Just showed up with 10 of my other goblin buddies, and now we're killing a bunch of wood elves. You know, but if it's someone a little bit better than that, like a halfling or something, then the halflings are going to go, whoa, what's this? How can I help? And then you level and work together and become an adventuring party, and your first wood elven piece drops and you go, oh yeah. And then the halfling he goes, he's like, he puts on this leather piece. He's like, oh, wow, this is so cool. And he gets another wood elven piece, like this like shawl here that's just twigs. He's like, this is the most amazing thing ever. I kind of look like a wood elf, even though I'm like a half wood elf. And on his journey back, you know, he comes back home to his half elven or his halfling town, and he's got all this cool wood elven stuff now. And everybody's, what adventure did you go on? Jeez, I want that wood elven gear. Where do I get that? He's like, I know a guy. Follow me. You know, and all of a sudden you have this adventure that came out of just someone having other gear. Instead of saying, no, this will be the only aesthetic that you ever have. Is that a good enough argument? Did I convince you? Of course not. I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty good myself. So I know I'm barking up the wrong tree. Because you don't care about the way gear looks. Personal expression, that's okay. And it's not just personal expression, it's a personal journey. it's not just, oh, I get to put on makeup today, you know? It's, I earned this. Put in the work for this. I got lucky and got a cool drop that my friends didn't get. Traded it off for this certain item. WoW's gear is hit and miss. They have some really, really cool stuff. And you can spend hours looking through transmog, trying to figure out, or looking through certain like places, trying to figure out what kind of gear that you want to get nowadays. And go, okay, I gotta run this for, you know, but the experience isn't the same. It's like, especially when it can be done all on your own and all alone. And they made it really easy for you to do it all on your own. Yeah, but some of WoW's gear can be very hit and miss for me. Sean was saying how like some of the gear ended up just being like patterns of like something sort of metalish, and I go, yeah, that's fair. And so what we're doing is we're trying to make everything a material, trying to make everything like actually a thing. Oh man, you should see my my warlock transmogs, dude. My warlock transmogs are dope. There's some pretty good warrior stuff too. Shaman is pretty dope as well. There's pretty good stuff for everybody. And it fits the... They did a pretty good job, but I think they ended up pushing themselves into a bit of a corner when it came to design, because each class had a certain shape motif that they had to abide by, because it was a PvP game, and because it's a PvP game you need to know where people are or what people are, and you can tell that pretty easily by their silhouette of, guess what, the shoulders. Right? It's a... You can look at any class in WoW and figure out what they are by what this is. So, mages are this. A downwards thing like that. With their shoulders, all their shoulders go off like this. And warlocks, you get this a lot, where it goes up like this. Right, so you get a lot of gear that comes up like that. And the most iconic gear, you know, that warlocks have is the gold Dan spikes that are kind of like this. Or the, I think it's the Plague Masters that kind of go like that. And then warriors, they have this. They have the kind of bulbous like this. And it's usually some sort of blocky like that. I feel like shamans tend to have like like something that pops out like this, and then something here, like something at the end, and then they usually have like a big mask or something. So it's like, but it's a little bit more what's it called, like it's not as like claw like, you know, like the warlock, but it's more like straight, so you're kind of dealing with that. And then what is it, what do priests have? Priests have this, right? And then they got Speaking of mask, was wondering if adding a wood mask to the cloth there would be cool, or save that for troll. I would love to. I think a wooden mask here for the cloth would be a really great variant for the cloth version. And I'm kind of thinking even like, I don't even know, like a full mask could work, but I'll play with that. I'll keep that in mind for the render. Absolutely, I'll keep that in mind for the render. That's a really good idea. And that's something that Sean was also hoping for a little bit. Was a little differentiation. Of the hoods. And the troll masks can be fucking something else, you know, like we can still have wooden masks or whatever for the trolls. You know? Not worried about that as much. But that's a really great idea. I'm gonna see about doing that. I'm gonna try and do most of these first, and then I'll get into variants, because if I were to get into variants first, I feel like I'd be tied down a little bit, you know? It's hard to even get one of these done. Especially this, because this one is like, holy crap, is there a lot of edges, and this one is taking a long time. But it's worth it, I think. It looks like this is a very... I'm pretty happy with the way that this is, and that's one thing that I'm pretty happy with. I'm not sure how I'm gonna approach the what's it called, the variant on this one. There's a part of me that I'm a little bit resistant to some of Zach's designs, but he showed me a lot of cool shit. You know, like I'm like this here is like, there's a huge win to be had, and I only realized it because of Zach's concept of like he did the third what's it called, the 3/4, right? I was like, oh shit, that's something to watch out for. Yeah, I'll do a wood mask for this. And hold on, what else could there be? And when you're talking a wood mask, are you talking like a mouth mask or a full mask? Whoa! Whoa! Hello. What's up? What's up, White Arts? Thanks for the raid. What were you up to? Fine, Nad you. I'm great. Just doing some concept art for MMO and trying to refine this design and make sure that it feels right, feels charming, feels classic, feels Woodelf. I keep on avoiding the feat because I know what is to come. What's to come is that I have to make a new layer, I think, and then I'll paint over that layer with some of the stripes that are here. And it'll create a really nice, really intense, and maybe for the variant, you know, we could cut it off here, right? So it's just, so there's like ones that go up like this, as it was, and then some that just like we cut it off like right here or something, right? Holy moly. I'm gonna save. White Arts group of people. I'm gonna take a small break from actually painting, but I can talk about Monsters of Memories if any of you are interested or are still around or whatever. Show you around some of the cool concept art stuff that I've been doing, instead of looking at minute, tiny changes. You can look at full pieces of art because we got a lot of them. Right now, we're looking at. I'm not so sold on this guy. He's too strappy. I have Instagram if you want. Hell yeah, hit me with your Instagram. I'm gonna do a quick. Yeah, feel free. Everybody go check out some of his work. All the real slim goblins, please stand up. So yeah, so this is some of this stuff. It's just different styles of gear, and each piece of gear. I'm sorry for those who have heard this spiel for the millionth time, but we break these down into their. Here's pants. Now it's with the shirt, and then we have a torso, and torso goes over the shirt. There's a belt, and here's without the belt. A back shot, you know, possible variant where hey, we don't have the top bit, don't have the, and so there's a couple different variants that we can go from it. Here's one with the robe, right? And so we're gonna do that sort of thing with every single one of these pieces of concept, right? And then we have different styles here. I am liking this this one for some reason less and less the more I look at it. I think it might have something to do with the way that I rendered the scale mail. But anyway, regardless, we have different styles. So there's style 1s, so style 1, style 2. Then we have the wood elven stuff, which is what I'm working on right now, was the leather wood elven stuff. And then we have other region, which is Night Harbor. Great job. How long did it take you to do everything? I don't know. Not too long. These come along pretty quickly. For example, this stream has been going on for 2 hours, and that's pretty much been this, rendering this. Didn't come along with designing it. Designing them took a lot less time, of course, because I was just doodling them, sketching them out, so I only had to do the lines, didn't have to worry about color, all that sort of thing. So rendering them out is going to take a little bit longer, of course. It's just the way things are. But we also got like some things like this, Night Harbor Guard, right? We got some NPC stuff that we'll probably not use. Well, we won't use, because we're going to be using these for NPC stuff, which is nice. And this stuff, I'm sorry, this Night Harbor stuff. If you want to see all the other stuff that I'm working on and have worked on, for example, right, I have a whole thing. If you go to monstersandmemories.com, right, you can check out our latest updates. We have monthly updates or bi-monthly updates depending on how things go. You can check out the overview, see what the game's about, how the game plays. Go to our YouTube channel. It's Monsters and Memories on YouTube, and you can see all the stuff that we worked on, where the game started. You know, we got some really good music actually. I'm actually gonna pause some of the. We're gonna play some of Sungreet Strand. So some fabulous music by Robert. And then we have illustrations. These are all the illustrations that I do for the promo of the game. So trying to get people into it, into the vibe. We got Ashira and halflings and goblins, right? A lot of different art, a lot of art has gone into this project. The Dracolich, yeah. Got a gnome, the sand giant, yeah. Oh, we haven't put the dragon up on this part yet. Alright, we'll have to do that. And then lots of concept art. So here are our races for the game. We got human, wood elf, high elf, deep elf, ogre. You can see the sexual dimorphism happening a lot, where They look very different. Female dwarves, male dwarves, halflings, gnomes, deep gnomes, goblins, trolls, mandrakes. Lots of different art for Night Harbor. And then we get into mob art, right? And here, if you guys want to, please take a look and go through the whole site, because we got a lot of cool things. Like, I usually go to that, but like, we got lots of different illustrations for Archer, and you can check out some of the lore. These are more explaining like the type of fighter they are and stuff like that, or the type of class they are. But and you can see there's the Deep Dwarf Elementalist. So we got some pretty cool stuff there. But then we also have races, so you can check out and learn all about the races of Ethereal. Gnomes and deep gnomes and wood elves, which is what we're working on now. Oh wow. Maybe the I like this. I forgot I did this. This is a pretty cool design. I like that too. This glove here that comes up like that. I'll have to think about actually getting those in. And then my favorite, of course, the goblins. And you can take a look at some of the screenshots. These are all work in progress, so don't be too judgmental. But the game is a sort of low poly, and we're going to be doing texture work, kind of like the classic texture work. To you can take a look at what our skeletons look like. We're going to use a LERP system, so you get some cool colors variants out of all of these things. And these are all super work in progress, because you can see a lot of gray boxing and everything. Hey White Arts, thanks for the raid first off. That's pretty cool. And have a good night. Sorry for, feel like I forced you to say that. Forced you to say, well, I gotta go, because I've just been going off for too long, But holy, have we come a long way since this. Ha. Yeah. All right. Linear interpretation. So that means we take a grayscale. We take a grayscale, and essentially we map the blacks and the whites all the way, the gray and all the grays in between, right? So it goes from black to white, right? On our texture, but we map those colors directly, those values. So like, let's say there's if like 10 is completely black and 0 is completely white, 9 gets mapped to a color, right? 8 gets mapped to a color, and then 7 gets also mapped to a color, and it goes all the way up. And those colors can be very specific, and our goal is to make sure that those colors look good, right? And so we're able to take any grayscale thing and then add color to it, and we do that with a single strip of color that reads from left to right, which is dark to white, or dark to light, right? And so we're able to go, yep, here's actually, instead of explaining it, I can literally do it here. So let's take a look at this Night Harbor guard. We're going to copy him out. We're going to grayscale him, just so you get a pretty good idea of what's going on. Flipping mask. Let's merge him down, right? And so here's, yeah, so we got a grayscale version of him, and now we're going to use a gradient map, and essentially that's what this is, gradient map. And we're going to do a clipping mask, so it's just him, and then we can choose here. Right, and then we can choose our color. And this is what lerping is. And now we can choose a lighter color. And then we choose here. And this is a lighter color. Right? And this can be black. No, it's not so everything matches. It's so that we can get an insane amount of variety. Right? So see how I put that into a little bit darker, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it a little bit more yellow. Right? Oh. And you can see right there. Right? So that's what lerping is. And we cut these down into like I'm just lerping this, right? And so now this grayscale image, we can lerp this into whatever color we want, but then we can lerp this trim separately, so we can have blue on brown. And we can actually turn the, if we wanted to, not that I suggest it, but we can turn the shadows red. See what I mean when it means we take the value here and we just apply a color, right? That color can be anything, right? We just want it to be black, right? And then same with the whites here, over here, we can turn that black and see how it turns all the highlights into dark. It actually creates a cool core shadow. We don't want that though. We want there to be, you know, form. I hope that makes a lot of sense. All right. Hey guys, I think I'm actually super I'm super tired. I need to take a break. I thought I could get more of this Woodelf done, but this was a big undertaking, this one, because it's so complicated. It has so much to it. I'm still not even done it. I'm gonna do the straps here as well. Hey, Fuller. Absolutely. Let's find someone to. Oh yeah, I know. I know who I am raiding. Hey guys, we're gonna raid Snob Goblin. He's another Goblin streamer, and right now he's playing Amnesia the Bunker. You guys give him a very, very warm welcome. Raid his channel. Stick around. He's really nice. If you got nothing other to do, yeah, stop. And I also did the art for his little VTuber guy. So here we go. We're gonna raid Snob Goblin. Let's go. Let's get everybody going. And again, this guy's super nice. So be nice to him. Even though he's kind of a snob goblin. Here we go.